Yo, what's going on, bro? How you doing?
What up, man? What up, man? It's another week, man.
Another week, bro. Another week, man. It's Monday again.
I know. It keeps coming back like it's weekly.
Bro, it's something
Hey,
just said,
man.
I don't know what that was.
How was your week?
It was decent. It was decent.
Was it
You know,
comfortable in your Snuggie hoodie?
bro. Okay, so this isn't a Snuggie. It's like I don't know what this is called. It's like on
Darpa?
Amazon, it's like a hoodie.
What?
And it's a hoodie with like blankety material, and it's got fleece on the inside. The pockets are lined with fleece.
Oh no, man. I mean, it's kind of dope because it looks warm. But it also looks like something out of the "Been Around the World" Diddy and Mace remix video. Like "Been Around the World."
Yeah. So I bought it a couple weeks ago, and my son stole it. So because he could like pull it all the way down and tuck himself into it. So I had to buy him one. And so now on the weekends, bro, it'd be me and him walking around the house in the little blanket hoodie joints from Amazon.
The blanket hoodies.
The blanket hoodie joint. Hey, so I highly recommend them. Blanket hoodies. I don't know what the name of these things are, but the blanket hoodie is warm. It is, bro. It's comfortable. I'm telling you.
Down.
Hey, scoop Danielle up one.
Right.
I guarantee you she'll be all in.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to pull her back, man. I'm trying to pull her back.
I'm telling you,
robes and stuff, man.
Hey, bro, scoop Danielle up one, and so they got two different kinds. They got the joint that you can zip up, right?
Right.
Mom with kids, right? But then this one you just throw over the head. If you scoop her up one, I'm telling you, she already love you. But if you want to elevate the love, drop one off on her, bro. I'm telling you, this thing is the most comfortable thing I've ever owned in my life.
We'll see. Maybe.
I'm just telling you.
Should that be like a push present? You think that would be a good push present?
Bro, I don't know. You know good and well, I don't know nothing about no damn. Like we did. We did the baby moon joint when we did a baby moon for Xavier. I don't think we did a baby moon for Avery. Yeah. And then Candace said something about a push present. I'm like, isn't the baby the present?
Right. Isn't that the little bundle of joy joint?
Hey, bro. The problem is the rules change too quick. So I don't know nothing about, like Candace said something about a push present, and I pushed back, and I was like, let's have this baby. That's your present. That's the babies are the presents.
Hey,
thank you.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
But what's been going on, man?
But before that, but don't be like me. Because being like me may get others in trouble, right? if the wifey want to push present.
Oh, that's full disclosure. Listening to Jeff will get you messed up out here.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't be like Jeff. Be more like Carrie.
Hey, question for you. I got a random question for you. So do you listen to the radio in the car?
No, actually. I don't remember the last time I listened to the radio.
Yeah. I was talking about this with somebody else, and I was like, yeah, I've started to notice the stations that I really like are the old school stations, and I didn't know my music was old school. I didn't know 50 Cent counted as old school now.
Okay, but real talk, honestly, I tried to listen to the radio the other day, and I realized that none of my stations were set right. So somehow along the way, either my sons messed up my presets or stations got bought out. So if you're listening to the show in Atlanta or in the Atlanta market, just drop in the comment for me the stations that I should add back to my preset.
That's what I'm saying.
All I know is V103 and Hot 107.9.
Right.
Ish, maybe.
I tuned in to V103 and it was like, I don't know what the hell is going on. But then I tuned into like Magic, which was a station that I was like, that's a garbage station.
Is that the station that Frank skis on?
I think it's the station that him and Ryan Cameron are on.
Oh, they both at the same station.
Or one of them was on like this classic music. I was like, classics? This is classics? And I was like, it's actually good music though.
Somebody just tell me what stations you can tell me, right? Just text me the stations I need to add back to my presets because I don't know.
It's so confusing getting old, man. It's so confusing.
I don't understand. So
yeah, see, Candace said magic be hidden, and I'm like, yeah. Apparently, I'm old now. Like,
what station
really?
is Magic? Is it 10? Is that the 105 one?
It's either 102.5 or 104.1.
I
It's
thought
whatever.
102.5 was the gospel station.
Nah, not no more. It's different.
Bro, see,
Switched
you
up.
see, you see.
Switched up.
Hey,
And I mean, we're spoiled in Atlanta. We're very spoiled in Atlanta because we got all these morning shows. Because I don't know if Ricky Smiley's still on, but you still got Steve Harvey, Frank Ski, Tigger. Young Jock has a morning show.
Young Jock got a morning show.
Young Jock has a morning show, and he has a segment called Second Date Update that I find hilarious.
All right, please send me the station. Just send me the station.
What basically happens is somebody goes out on a date. They end up being like, yo, the girl never called me back, or the dude ghosted me. And they call up the person. It'll be like, so what happened? And the person to tell the whole story, and then it'll be like, oh, well, they're on the line right now. Say your piece. And the person will be trying to beg and get them back. It's hilarious.
Okay, so real quick, Keisha said Magic 1079. Did we change it?
No, man. That can't be Magic. That's Power. That's Power 1079 right there. Kiss 104.
Hey, y'all are confusing me. Okay, y'all in the comment section, y'all just come up with a collective list of radio stations I need to add and say this is the definitive. This is the list.
Where do we listen to the music? Where's the music at? I'm there with Keisha, and I gotta give Keisha a big shout out. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy
loyal listener! Happy birthday, Keisha!
Happy birthday!
Drink to Keisha.
Yeah, man. So,
hold on. Let me ask you a question. You brought up the first date, second date thing. One of the things that broke social media Friday, Saturday-ish was this girl posted she was going on a hookup or link up with a dude. You know, she didn't specify whether or not it was first date, second date, or whatever. But she posted the joint, hey, I'm about to do a meetup, a link up / date with this dude. You know, she's like, I want to make a good impression on him. So she was over at her pop's house, you know. So she said she went over to her pop's house, her parents' house, because she knew dude liked cigars, and her dad is a cigar aficionado. So dad was like, yo, take this cigar, boom, give it to him. Here is a cigar cutter to go with it, right? And then mom was like, yo, you can't take the cigar just and hand it to him like that. So mom pulled out the crafty paper joint, tied some twine around it, and my man got a cool gift as a first impression-y, I guess.
What the hell?
How you feel about it?
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
So the
birthday or something?
No, it was just a random
corsage.
It's a random. I was listening to you talk.
Why. So wait a minute. Let me recap.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, guy, date, setting up for a date.
Yeah.
Girl says, gotta get him a present.
No, girl says, hey, I realized I was listening to you talk, right? And actually, while I talk, I'll say this one more time and I'll find the video and send it to you. So you can share it.
Okay.
And so the girl says, yo, you know, listening to man's talk, he says he really likes cigars. So she was, I think, going to get him a nice cigar. So she went to dad's house and, you know, to get some. Let me finish the story. So then she gets to dad's house and dad was like, yo, instead of getting, you know, boom, here's a cigar. So dad gives her a cigar. Dad is a cigar aficionado, probably has a case full of cigars. Tosses old girl, boom, here's a cigar. You can't give a cigar without a cutter. Here's a cutter, right? Okay. And then mom was like, yo, you can't just hand anybody a cigar. So mom goes and gets like a bag, ties it up, boom, and it's a pretty little gift. So essentially everybody not everybody, there's a huge section of social media that's crucifying this girl for doing too much. Like, yo, you being extra as hell.
Yeah.
But then there's like other people that are like, yo, she ain't paid for nothing. She was just like, yo, I listened to my man. I'm trying to get him a gift.
But it kind of feels like she wanted to, like, very early on introduce the guy to her parents. So this
no.
Like,
so the guy has never met the parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the parents know about him though, right? Like after 1 or 2 dates, it's like, oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, what's up? I know you really like cigars, and I went on a date with this guy. He really likes cigars. Oh yeah, really? Let's go get him a cigar, and then let's get him a cutter, and then let's put twine on it. What?
All right. So I text you the video because maybe I'm doing a horrible job of explaining it. If you want to show it to everybody so we can see it, it's about a minute long. So for me, it's interesting.
Black though. Why she gotta be black? Why?
Hey, I don't think I have any issue with it.
Black people do this.
So I don't. So she didn't specify. So Keisha, she didn't specify how long they had been dating. She didn't specify if this was a first date, second date kind of thing. She just said link up, right? / date situation. And so I don't think I have an issue with it if it shows, hey, she was listening to my man. He said he likes cigars. Toss him a cigar. It don't like, and so the issue that I have, right, as I think this whole thing through, if man would have showed up with flowers for her,
right,
on a first, second date, is that an issue, right? Like we don't have an issue with men giving flowers to women on a first date.
But I kind of do though. I kind of do.
So you have an issue with men giving flowers on a first date?
I mean, I'm not good at this stuff. Like I don't date. Like I've been married for like 10 years. I've been with Danielle for almost 20 years now. Like I don't know how these things work. Right. So when people explain them to me, I'm like, you just met them. Like,
okay. So like, in all fairness,
I'm not buying you any. I've known my coworkers for like years. I don't even buy them lunch. You know what I mean?
I know. In all fairness, I will agree that I don't know how this stuff works. Right. Candace and I, next year will be 15 years of marriage for us. Yeah. And then I think it might be 2 years prior to that we started dating. 2 or 3 years before that we started dating. And so I'm like, yeah, no, like if I've already told her, I said, baby, if something were to happen to you, you die or whatever, we don't work out, I'm not doing this again. Like,
just gonna be single.
I'm gonna be single. And she didn't believe it. She's like, so you just gonna have like random chicks run around with my kids in the house? I'm like, baby, I'm not getting married ever again. It just takes too much effort, and I don't know how it works.
I'm just not gonna do this. And then it's like I maybe mentioned cigar smoking. Like, what'd you do on Saturday? I went to a cigar bar. You showed up with cigars, a cutter, and twine?
No, a cigar. All right, play the video. See, because play the video for the streets. Play the video for the streets because this is. I really want other people to not necessarily hear my words, hear hers.
We're gonna have to figure this out because this is weird. These people weird out here. All right.
Here y'all go. Here you go.
Here we go.
58 seconds.
Hey, you guys. So I wanted to give you guys a quick little tip on how to make a first impression last. Okay, so I've been talking to someone for literally like 2 days now, and we decided to have our first meetup, link, date, whatever you want to call it. And just through our conversation, I know for a fact he is an avid cigar smoker. He enjoys a good cigar over a glass of brandy or whiskey. I can't remember which one. I think it was whiskey. But I picked up on that little mental note. And I remember that my dad is an avid cigar smoker and he has a really nice collection. So before getting on the road for our date today, I decided to stop by my parents' house and actually pick up a cigar. And my dad actually threw in a cigar cutter. And my mom, being the mom that she is, was like, oh my God, Samara, you can't take it just like that and hand a cigar and a cutter, wrap it. And I'm like, well, what do I have to wrap it with? Her crafty self had some twine in a paper bag. So I wrapped a cigar in literally a paper bag I folded up and some twine. And I really hope this is a good first impression. Hey, you guys. So I wanted to give you guys a quick...
Hold on. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Say your piece.
Wait,
say your piece.
No, this is we gonna get into this a little bit later because this is weird, right? How you gonna be posting a video about here, hey guys, here's how to make tips on how to do first impressions. Be like, You haven't even tried it yet. You don't even know, right? Like, it's not even like you know that this is going to work out. You just tried it, right? And you're like, oh, then you got the nerve. You done made a whole video about this, right?
Hey,
So
real
now when
talk,
she
she got
up,
a brand deal from a cigar company for it too.
The fuck? Like, I'm sorry. I just don't understand how these things work anymore. I give up.
Again,
I give up.
don't.
She
I
got a
don't think
brand deal.
She got a
off
brand
of
deal
this?
from this because it went viral. And so, okay, so here's my thing. I don't have an issue with her giving the gift because, and it goes back to, we wouldn't be having this conversation if Danielle was like, yo, I like smoking cigars, right? And you did that for her on a first date instead, in lieu of flowers, I got you a cigar, right? And so if it was the opposite, if it was the man giving the woman the cigar or flowers or whatever, we wouldn't have any conversation around it. But I think the reason we're having issue with it is because it's the woman giving the gift to the dude. At least I think that's why some people are having it. I don't have an issue with it. Girl, get your and my wife is right. She spent $0.
Yeah, no. It's not about $0, right? So here's my thing with this, right? I've known you for 2 days. You just put me on social media about this gift where people can be like, follow up. I want to know what happened, right? So if the guy's like, yeah, I mean, the first date was cool, but I don't want to date you. People are like, oh, he sucks, right? What's wrong with him? Such a nice gesture. Be like, then you told your parents about me and it's been 2 days, right? Your mom is back here with twine and paper. Your dad's giving you a cigar. Now, later, they're going to be like, hey, so what do you think about the cigar, right?
Real talk, though. I guarantee you, Candace's mama got some wrapping paper and some twine in her house right now.
I mean, but Candace's mom is a nice mom, but it's not on the mom. I'm not making fun of the mom. I'm just saying, like, you bit much at 2 days in, like a week, a month, a week, a month. A few days,
but all right. So you also don't like men giving flowers to women on the first date.
No. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much that person. Yeah, like, I mean, the more I think about it, like, and not for the reasons, I'm not a rude person, right? I just think like flowers, particularly on a first date in 2022, are really awkward. Like, I got to walk up with them. You've obviously seen them in my hand. I give them to you. Now you got to walk around with flowers everywhere we go. And people are like, oh, that's so sweet.
So you don't buy Danielle the roses from the homeless people in Atlanta when y'all go out to dinner?
No, because it's weird. Like, I got to walk around with like a weird flower now. Like, hey, where are you guys at? We're going to the movies with a random rose, right? No, but Danielle will tell you, I get her flowers, right? I try to at least randomly get her flowers, right? Because I know but they're the
flowers that stay at home.
Yeah, they stay at home.
Flowers. Yeah, you're not getting her flowers while you're going out.
I think that's one of the most awkward things on the planet. It's like you go, like, you remember when you were younger, you go out to a lounge with your friends, somebody brings you a bouquet, and now you at the club with a bouquet, and you're like, I gotta, hey, I'm dancing with a bouquet.
You do realize that sometimes I bring up conversations just to get you riled up because it's hilarious. No, I think Carrie froze. So we're going to keep it going. So I personally don't have an issue until Carrie gets unfrozen. There we go. Carrie, you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
So I personally look for conversations that I know will rile you up. This was one of them, and I got the reaction that I wanted.
I just don't understand. I don't understand these things, right? It's just weird, right? Like,
okay, but I think we are also in agreement that both of us have been married way too long, and we've been out the game a while. So the reality is, if we ain't with our wives, I ain't going back out here trying to figure nothing out.
Wait a minute now. Candace is like, she heard him talk about liking cigars. You know how many things guys talk about that's just random?
Like, my wife be knowing backstory.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm sitting around, we 2 days in, be like, I'm not telling you my deepest thoughts in 2 days in. I'm not telling you my passion of like everything, right? I'm just talking, right? Like, so hey, maybe you want to go to a cigar bar?
I don't know. I don't want to put words in the girl's mouth, but I am of the it's the thought that like it's a tangible. So there's two types of gifts, right? I'm a tangible gift receiver, right? I'm not a it's the thought that counts kind of gift receiver. Like, you can think a lot of things that's emotional and stuff. Give me something that's tangible. So I would appreciate that, and I would go, "Oh, cool, thank you." Like that's dope. I don't think like if my dude is talking to 2 or 3 other chicks,
right,
and she's the one that showed up with a little extra, you might go to the top of the list. So I don't necessarily have an issue with the gift giving.
I don't get it. What the hell? She's actually got videos up now. She's on shows and stuff talking about cigars.
Yeah, I told you she got a brand deal from this. Because I'm talking about the streets. So the streets came for the girl and was like, yo, you being too extra, you trying too hard. You got to let the man chase you. You can't chase the man.
I don't think that. I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like don't ever pursue what you want or pursue the guy that you want or whatever. And I'm not even saying that's around gender lines. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you? I'm just saying it's kind of weird to do it for somebody that you've known for 2 days, right? Like, it takes some thought and some effort to do this. And it's like, I don't really know you. But again, Jeff, you know me, right? I'm probably one of the worst type of friends out there, right?
I wouldn't say you're the worst type of friend.
I think I'm a good friend, but I've heard I'm not like the most like friendliest person all the time, right? And it's probably because I don't do stuff for people I'm there for 2 days. It's like, oh, 2 days. This is like me going to a conference, being in a conference room with someone and someone being like, oh yeah, like Padfolios. Hey man, I found this Padfolio over here in this corner. I got it for you, but wrapped it in paper and then put some twine on it. It's just weird, man. But that's just me. Maybe I'm not that friendly, and I'm willing to accept that. That's probably why it's like rapper go to the league. I'm married. I'm married. Happily married.
I think the game is different now. Again, I ain't in it.
Way different.
It's different. The streets.
You never know.
The streets is hard.
2-day engagement could lead to someone else getting a brand deal.
You think about this, dog. Right. You got people on shows like Married at First Sight now.
Yeah.
If you live in Atlanta and you single as a female,
right?
You think you in the Mecca for black men.
It's hard out here.
You don't know.
It's hard out here.
I think it's just if it's hard out here for a player, if it's hard out here for these young ladies, then why not, take an extra step to make sure, if he a good dude, I'm gonna make sure he know I'm the one, because she may not have another good dude roll through for a minute. The streets is mean out here for single ladies.
Now she done turned this into a whole deal.
And I'm not mad at her for capitalizing on her fame, though.
I see what you talk about. Someone roasted her about her second date and said they got this meme up that said, "So you ain't bring no cigar."
Was that the one with Shamar Moore with the cornrows?
From the Tyler Perry joint. Let me show it. So you ain't bring no cigar.
All right. See, I'm sorry, y'all. I took Carrie down this rabbit hole. We were not going to even talk about this today. We had other stuff we were going to talk about that we're probably not going to get to. But Carrie, you want to jump into what you really wanted to talk about today?
Hold on. Go back to my sharing screen. This is me. That's my spirit animal. I'll be like that at work. Honestly.
Hold on. Tal said a guy went out and bought her an AKA sports bar for Christmas.
What? Because he thought I liked the gym. Oh, wait. Because he thought I liked the gym, which showed he clearly didn't know me because I was never wearing that to the gym.
Hold on. So Tal, what?
I love my sister. Well,
hold on. You got to tell us what you did with it.
Hey,
we don't care about what you did with him. We know he ain't in the picture no more.
Wait.
What you do with the sports bra?
Brad, Tal has my DNA. We share the same genes.
Which is scary because that means there's two Carries in the world.
She has the innate ability to be like, okay. It's a trifecta on it. You don't know me. Act like you know. Oh no. I bet you thought he was like, yeah. God, enough of that.
He gave it to his next AKA girl.
He took it back like, oh, so you don't want it? He looked at him like, oh, so what's the problem? What's the problem, trifecta? Y'all, bring me life. Hey. That is hilarious. I love it, Tal.
I'm sorry, Tal.
She said, I hope you burned it.
Well, that's what you're supposed to get. That's how you're supposed to get rid of your old paraphernalia. Like you're not supposed to take it to Salvation Army.
But
you're supposed to burn it or throw it away.
Someone made it for you. Was he Greek? You think he was Greek? Maybe he was Greek.
Tal, was he Greek? If he was Greek, he would know how to get rid of it. If he wasn't Greek, then he gave it to the next girl. It's a Delta walking around with an AKA sports bra on with trifecta written across the
going to Planet Fitness.
Well, see, hold on, Tal. This your problem. That's your problem right there. He was a Kappa. Tal, you got to keep it in the family. Had you dated an alpha, this wouldn't have happened, Tal. Do better. Better.
That's funny.
Get alphas, all of you, young ladies that are watching the show. If you date alphas, because they're gonna do right. Alphas always do right.
Hey man,
y'all got to stop dating Kappas and Qs and Sigmas.
I'm really trying to.
When you find that one iota, you can't date them. They not right.
I'm really
for
trying
y'all.
to figure out. Tal, I ain't gonna ask too many questions because you're grown out here. But why is this man out here? Why is this man's? Why is this man's out here buying bras? Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Because he's light skinned. You know he was light skinned. You know he was light skinned.
Hey, girl.
You know, like this is something only light skinned dudes do. Dude was light skinned. I guarantee.
Oh, no. He was light skinned.
I guarantee it. He was light skinned. Because
y'all tripping.
Dark skinned dudes don't do this. This is not how. Dark skinned dudes don't embarrass culture like light skinned dudes.
Morris Chestnut out here buying bras.
Morris Chestnut.
Hey, this is hilarious. Y'all,
I'm telling you, light skinned dudes be out here trying to win because they know they fade in and out. They don't ever know when they're gonna come back in season, so they gotta do extra stuff to stay on top. And that's how Tal ended up with a sports bra with trifecta written across the front of it.
Right. To go to the gym. I was about to wear this, and people are gonna be like, "Hey, how did you land on that being the present?" The same way this girl is like the cigar, right? Like I
mean, but anybody. So for alphas, most of us, it's in literally our laws or whatever that we don't wear it as undergarments, and we don't wear our letters on our feet. So you can't even, if you go to a reputable dealer, you can't even buy the stuff. Like you can't buy underwear or tank tops or socks or slippers or sneakers. They don't make it. So the fact that my man went and found somebody to do her a custom sports bra tells me he was light skinned. I'm telling you, I know the dude was probably light skinned. He was probably 6'2.5". He had like that brownish reddish hair that he had cut real low and probably had waves.
He had an S curl. He probably had waves.
I'm telling you, he
had an S curl with a Brooklyn fade. With a Brooklyn fade and some sideburns.
I'm telling you,
he had the little pencil beard. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
Beard. Looking like what's that dude? Oh, I'm gonna have to find this dude now. This is
what Tal said. Tal said, I ain't watching y'all show no more. y'all just spent 22 minutes talking about me.
Hey man, that was hilarious. That was joy. That was the joy that I needed right there.
So what we gonna roll to next?
Hey man, I mean, what do you want to talk about? You want to talk about this recruiter out here tripping?
I do want to talk about that, but I also want to brown skin and locks.
Oh, nope, he messed up. Party foul.
Like define brown skin. We talking about like that caramel color brown, because that's still light now.
I told you, man. That's crazy.
All right, so you want to jump into this recruiter conversation?
Yeah, man. I mean, that was kind of wild, but you got to tee it up. You got to intro it.
Are you going to show the picture? Show the picture.
So hold on. Let's
all right. So over the weekend as well, Mercedes. I'm sure y'all just got to be in the social media streets. Mercedes is a recruiter. She said, she posted on social, I just offered a candidate $85,000 for a job that had a budget of $130,000. I offered it to her because that's what she asked for. And personally, I don't have the bandwidth to give lessons on salary negotiation. Here's the lesson. Always ask for the salary you want, in parentheses, deserve. No matter how large you think it might be, you never know how much money a company has to work with. So, bow.
Be confident. Be confident. That's the part that
be confident. So,
hey man, people gonna learn in 2022. You ain't no damn teacher,
bro. And so I went both ways, right? Because is she in some level right about she's trash. She's right about needing to negotiate the salary or ask for the salary that you feel like you deserve. The trash part about this is acting as a third party. It's not your money. And so you could have easily said to young lady, hey, you asked for 85. Salary range for this position was 110 to 130. Or, and so I think there's just, and in point two, I think this is not something you post on social, right? I think she posted it on LinkedIn originally.
No, it was on Facebook.
It was on Facebook originally?
Yeah.
Damn. That ain't the place. I thought she posted it on LinkedIn first, thinking that was a safe haven because it was business related. But it's trash, man. There's just so many better ways to handle situations like this. What about surprise people? What about understanding the equity gap, that equity pay gap between men and women in the industry, and helping this person out and getting them? I mean, because you're talking about, what's that, $40-something thousand of difference? Come on, man. Come on, bro.
45.
Come on. You can do better. Like, we can all do better, man. Like, it's trash.
Yeah, and I just think in 2022, people a little bit big on themselves, right? Like you big on yourself, right? You think you out here teaching somebody, or you out here clocking somebody, and it's like, they ain't none of your damn business, right? In terms of like when she's like, here's the lesson. I think LinkedIn got people out here twisted, right? Everybody on LinkedIn think they some influencer that's got some story. I read this thing that was like, reality just got your license in LinkedIn. I just accomplished a feat that I've been working on for 3 years with trying to pass a comprehensive exam on privileges for automobile maintenance and management from day-to-day situation. You know what I mean? And like
Right.
you then got people thinking you out here like serving up lessons, life lessons, and you ultimately the gatekeeper
Yep.
of something. And it's like you're not, man.
Yep.
Like you're not. You
Mhm.
we have lost this, and somehow, some way, we've connected through social media and lost the ability to connect person to person
Yep.
and think it's more about the community or what you can do for somebody. It's like it's not even your money,
It's not
right?
your money.
She gives recruiters a bad name. I'm not
Yep.
going to speak for the recruiter that I know, but
Mhm.
I know that it's recruiters out here that are trash. And
Yep.
there's recruiters out here that are trying to help people best display themselves for the position or best line up with opportunities and help them get
Exactly.
along and, follow up and do different things. And it's people like this that make it a bad rap for everybody. And why you gotta roll like that? You know what I'm saying? Like you trash, man. It's just
Yeah.
trash. I
It,
don't have much to say for that. You lowballed this girl, and
mhm.
now, trust me, this girl knows the recruiter she's
Mhm.
been working with, right? She probably like, hold up, you done shared how you got me lowballed out here as a life lesson because you want to make it seem like I unvalued myself, like I
Yep.
undervalued myself, and you apparently discounted me anyway,
Yep.
right?
And there's just a right way I think ultimately there's a right way and a wrong way to do everything, right? I think Mercedes has since been fired from her job. But
Right.
she so I found this other one because once people found her, other people started posting what they had done as in the recruiter space. And
Yeah.
this other young lady posted, had a junior software engineer ask for a very low salary range. She'll be shocked when this offer letter comes through. We're paying her her worth, right?
Right.
And I think that there's just a
Taking it
right way and a
personally, you're
wrong
saying.
way.
Yeah.
And and Janelle's talking about she advocates for her client. When I do interviews with people personally, in my initial phone call, like I tell
Right.
you, here's the salary range, right? This way,
Right.
personally,
Like,
I
bruh,
ain't wasting my time if
in
the range ain't
2022,
what you want.
it's 2022. Why are people hiding the salary? The
Bro,
more you hide the salary, the more
ding.
I think this probably isn't the right position for me.
That's nail head, hammer,
But
nail
it's
head.
like I don't get these institutionalized barriers. And I don't work in these fields. It's one of those things that is like I leave that up to people that understand these things with compensation and match and fit and all these things and total I don't know all these things. All I know is it takes a hell of a lot for me to go through a process like we just heard about this insane process with another department where apparently they had a policy for a while that said like in the job posting where it says cover letter, attach a cover letter or whatever, right? If the person never didn't include a cover letter, it automatically rejected them out the pile. Not that you could even go in and like pull these people out, but that it instantly like said, oh,
The
they're not
system
gonna
did.
make this. And it's like, who set up that rule? Who set up the rule? Because now this doesn't make a lot of sense for
It
people,
doesn't.
right?
It
Like,
doesn't.
I don't even know people are reading the cover letters like that anymore. I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. But going back to the whole point of this, it's like your job should be to elevate instead of devastate. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's real out here, and you out here hurting people.
And then again, what pisses me off is Janelle says she don't read cover letters. Thanks, Janelle. I just sent you one. I'm kidding. But what upsets me, right, is here we are. It's this woman, obviously a young black woman. I don't know.
Yeah.
This other young, I think it was a lady, who she was helping, or she was doing the job for. Yeah, she.
Yeah.
And so again, going back to the original point of understanding the huge pay gap that exists between men and women in every freaking industry, right?
Bruh.
In every industry. Here we have an opportunity where we have a woman in a position to lead and a woman in a position to influence.
Right.
And your response to that is, I'm going to not elevate another woman to the same standard or pay that she deserves. Right. Because again, understanding if we're going to say, you know, women are the backbones of households, and we're going to say all of these things about women, right? How much would an extra $45,000, how would that impact that woman's family?
You're talking about
thus impacting community.
You're talking about close to $4,000.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Because you don't have the bandwidth. Apparently, you don't have the bandwidth to give lessons on salary negotiation, but you have bandwidth to give lessons on salary negotiations on social media.
And then you have bandwidth to post a punk ass apology.
The time it takes you to write this damn post, you could have wrote her back and said, hey, here's the deal. But no, you want to be snug, right?
Or you could have surprised her in an offer letter. Like, hey, congratulations.
You want to be smug. You want to be confident. You want to be the gatekeeper. So know what they do to gatekeepers? Let's see.
They get
Jeff, flip that screen back up real quick. So she actually posted a long apology. That's now the only thing on her page that's up. And the internet is having none of it. Right? They came for her
on every social platform. Like her Facebook has been trashed. Her Twitter, they coming after her on Twitter. She deserves every bit of it, man. It's trash.
And people are like, you posted it? What is wrong with you, right? What, you out here tripping, man. Like, this is horrible decision making all around, right? Bro. People just ain't having it. In 2021, it's like 2022, I guess. It's just like, you can't be out here tripping like this.
Like, I mean, this is also why I don't work in
vibes.
I don't work in HR, because HR has way too many rules for me. And I got the company sued because I don't follow rules. That's why I work in development, which is about relationships. And rules are pretty sketchy there, right? Just be ethical, right? Like, that's my only rule. Just be ethical. And so, like, I just believe that there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, man. And you had an opportunity to help this woman and help her family and therefore her community have a come up, right? I think about, you think about all the what ifs.
Yeah.
If she went to church, right? And she was tithing on 10%. 10% of 80,000 is a hell of a lot different than 135,000, right? Like, shopping at her local community, or putting her kids in a better school system, or buying a new car, right? All of the things that you can do with that increase and that raise, you're in such a better financial position.
Dude.
And bro, and then you think about her. And so now
I have a rule at work, right? I've had a few female direct reports and mentees that I'm happy are out there doing their thing, and even minority men as well. So I would just say the group of them that I've worked with. One of my direct reports replaced me in a position, and when she was going to be interim, right? I think I had said to her, "Hey, man, my golden rule. I don't leave no money on no table."
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're going to bang you over the head. We know the historic trends. So we got to find a way for you to make more than what I made in my old position, right? And when I recently talked to her she's doing well. She's excelling in that position, and she's making more. And that's the point, right? Is that I might be in this position, but my job is to elevate everyone.
That's it, bro.
So when people move on to new positions, I'm like, is it a promotion? Is it a title bump? Is it more money? Then what you talk? You don't have to apologize to me. No, you're supposed to be out here getting it, right? That's how we move things forward as a culture.
Yep.
I can't stand when people do things like this, because you best believe if I'm about to hire someone, I'm looking at that pay range. I'm like, they said they want the top of the range and they would like to negotiate. I mean, what do you want to do,
bro?
Right?
I mean, I go as far as to tell my direct reports, when you're ready to go, let me know, right?
Right.
Because let me
Let's
help
go.
you. Let me help you get you to a spot that's better
Right.
for you, right? Because if you're
Let's
not
go.
happy here
Right.
anymore, then that means now I have to work that much harder on the work that you are not doing because you're not happy. And so at that moment, let your boy know so I
Right.
can help move you to the next spot. Like we have a ceiling for everybody that works underneath me. When you're
Right.
ready to go, let your boy know so I can help you get to your next spot.
Hey,
So we can
I
have
have
the
in depth.
conversations about what your next spot's gonna be, bro. Like, come on, man. We got to do
Every
better to
time
uplift our people.
every time I've been in a good position where I had supervisors and leaders that looked out for me and put me on the game, right? I was like, that's a legacy play, right? I can't stop that, right? I got direct reports, man. My job is to help elevate y'all.
That's
So
it.
within like a month of getting into a new deal, I'm like sitting down with somebody like, all right, so what's the plan? 3, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, what we doing? Where we going? Oh, you got dissertations? Let's get you out that dissertation and get this money,
Yep.
right? Let's get this title. Let's get into something bigger because this is a step forward. This isn't the destination. You know what I mean?
And from go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just can't stand when people
Yep.
do stuff like this. It's like you get a little taste of power, just a little, just
Yep.
like a tap, right? And people start bugging out, right?
Yep.
Like, it's not your money, isn't it?
It's
What
not.
are you doing this for? The company does not, and most times, I can't speak for everyone because I don't know these situations, but I would guess that the company doesn't want you to lowball people because they want staff retention. And if they can pay their range and the person's value up, let's stop the culture that says you must justify your pay. You must justify your pay, and instead say the job justifies the pay, right?
But it's budgeted, and that's what pisses me off, right?
Right.
Like the company budgeted $135,000 for this position.
Right.
You ain't saving the company no money. They budgeted that dollar amount. So give her the damn dollar. Like, bro, man, like
Right.
we have to do better. Now, granted, this is two different scenarios. I'm talking about my employees versus what a recruiter does, right? But I mean, even with my employees, man, it's like it's always this revolving conversation of let's be thinking about what you want to do next so that we can, because for me, losing somebody doesn't bother me at all. Losing somebody has, hopefully we've worked together long enough that you set the new standard for that position.
Right.
And so now when I recruit or when I start looking for the next person, I'm looking for somebody that can rise to the level that you set that position at.
Well, I think I'm all about community, right? Like the community doesn't grow if everyone stays in the same room.
That's it, man.
Right? People gotta move. They gotta do.
You gotta go up,
grow, and by that way, if I looked at like the minute you walked out the door, you're no longer a part of this community. Then my community is very restrictive. We can't do things, right?
Yep.
But it's helpful to be able to pick up a phone and call and like, just do anything. I tell most people that I work with, like, let me know what I can do for you. You need a reference check, you need a recommendation, what you need. Let's help, right? Let's get you going. But I just can't, this whole thing, this Mercedes thing is like, you garbage, son. You garbage.
So for me, one of the things that I strive to do as a manager that I've always strived, once I got into management, one of the things that I've always wanted to have is when we talk about Bill Belichick, when we talk about all these great coaches and managers, we talk about their coaching tree, right? And so I want to have a coaching tree. Right. And so I've always worked hard so that when people see, oh, Jeff was your man, like I want somebody to see on your resume, you work for partnership against, you came up under Jeff. And if that means that makes your next move easier.
Right. I know Jeff. That gets you. If that helps, then let's
go. Right? I want to create an environment and a culture where people that work for me are prepared for their next role.
Right.
So that when they go to that next job, it's like, yo, you work for Jeff. Come on here. Like,
let's get
the interview is a formality. How much are you asking for?
Right.
Cool. Let's do the damn thing. Right. I want to have my own coaching tree of managers across this community or employees across this community that are capable of doing amazing work.
Right.
And so I don't want people to stay with me forever. I want you to come. Let's work together. Let's do some amazing stuff.
Right.
And bounce.
Yeah.
Give me 3 years in the nonprofit, in the fundraising. I kind of want you to give me 2 or 3 years because it just takes time to learn donors and shit. And so I want you to give me a couple years so that we can grow the org and grow each other, and then leave. Right? Yeah. Let's go, man. I want a coaching tree.
One of my mentees just defended his dissertation a week or two ago, and I'm like, hey man, when I met him, he was just getting into his doctoral program, and he was like, oh well, I'm in this program or whatever. I was like, yeah, do that, keep doing those things, right?
But
I'm about to get you some on the ground real experience so that you can apply this degree in different ways, right? And it's all about the plan to keep moving forward, right? But people like this stop the progress. They're not on the team.
They're progress halters.
They don't get invited to the groups. So garbage. I'm done talking about them.
All right, hey, let's you want to move on to a fun convo?
Yeah, sure. What you got?
You want to talk about your wife?
Oh, about the pool?
The pool.
Oh yeah, man. Hold on. We gotta make sure I got these links. So how do we get this link? Let's do this.
All right. So for everybody, we know baby basketball hoop is due on April 23rd. Oh no, I'm sorry. February 23rd. I'm sorry.
Like that.
February 23rd. And Carrie has now dropped in. Hopefully we can hopefully you can put the link in the chat.
Let's see if I can do this.
So while he figures this out, he's gonna put the link in the chat. There we go. Boom. All right, so now everybody gets to go and place their bet around when we think baby basketball hoop. Have y'all named the baby? Are y'all going to say that? Are you going to tell people or no?
We don't have a name yet.
Okay, cool. You going to wait till you see her?
Yeah, we're going to wait till we see her.
All right, cool. I'm cool with that. I mean, not that. Whoa, Bonnie, how you picking dates already? Like people have picked dates already. Like y'all are on it. And so, so go hit the pool link.
Oh, it's 4 bets down. That's 4 bets.
Yeah, people betting, man. So go ahead, drop your thoughts around when you think the baby's gonna get here. I'm genuine. Oh, and I think you get to bet the size and the length and the weight of the baby as well. So
Candace put down her name, her birthday. Candace is my cousin.
Your sister. Oh yeah, your cousin.
Sister/cousin she's her birthday is on the 20th, so
okay,
hers down. So yeah, man. So this
will be fun. This will be fun, and hopefully, our commitment is as if something happens one day, and Carrie can't come on the show for whatever reason, I'll hop on here and let the community know that the baby is here. We probably won't do too much talking, but I'll at least let y'all know that the baby's here.
Mom said, I checked with the full moon stats. Whoa.
See, I feel like Mom got inside information and it ain't fair.
The 16th. Good guy. I want her to have the most confusing birthday.
You want 2/22.
I want 2 because I want someone to be like, what's your birthday? 2/22/22. I think that would be funny as hell. So I'm looking forward to it. So so the link is in there. Y'all fill it out. Let's see what we got. Let's get some pools going. This at least for this kind of remote space we're in. Let's see how that would go. See, Tal's on my wavelength. That's why we're wearing jeans, man. What? That 2/2/2/2 like that's
so Tal. I said I need to go ahead and pick it, but I said Valentine's Day.
Oh, see, you better hurry up and take it for somebody.
I mean, if somebody, you an administrator in the app. If somebody take my date, just delete it. I done already said it out loud.
Delete it, man. If
delete it. You an administrator in the app.
Nah, man.
Maybe an administrator.
Y'all go on, check it out. You got till the 13th to put in your bet. If the baby come before the 13th, everybody lose. So I don't know. I can't do nothing with you. But Jeff is our baby pool godparent. So he is the second administrator. So once the baby comes,
hold on. Does that give me an inside track to be the baby's official godparent? Like later on, like when y'all make that decision?
It may.
I mean, I just feel like I need the rules because I just need to know what. Because I done said and done a whole lot of crazy stuff, and I don't want my past transgressions to affect my ability to be, to submit my resume.
I don't know
for godparent. And Danielle says she don't read cover letters, so I ain't gonna even submit no cover letter. But
she do look at portfolios though, so if you send her a portfolio, you might get her heads up on
is there an official application process? Is there a link that she can provide? How do I apply to be the baby's godparent?
Online like apply to be the godparent pool? I mean, I just googled this. I didn't even know this was a thing.
I mean, I feel like well, see, my fear is again, I have done too much in the past that she knows about for you to adequately advocate for me to be the godparent. And then, then that means you get me and my wife. And so I don't know if my wife makes up for my past transgressions that y'all know about. And so I just don't want the past that y'all know about to be held against me.
Right.
For possibilities of being a godparent.
I know. The Tal said, did we just experience a godparent proposal or request for proposal?
I think it's more of a request for a proposal. I mean,
it's an RFP.
Yeah.
RFP. We're taking RFPs until the due date. And then after the RFPs round, we'll do some meeting, we'll do rounds, and then,
Right. So there's going to be an application and an interview process?
There will likely be an interview process where we will make sure you get just compensation for the role that you applied for. We are not gatekeepers.
Well, see, now I know that Danielle don't read cover letters, so I'm not going to even bother writing one
for baby basketball hoop. Hey man, Tal, your nephew was out here playing basketball. Didn't get the mechanics of the game, but it almost
got to pass the GG test too. Hold up. Now I was a bartender at the wedding. Like, bro, like I should already be qualified enough.
Right.
Zoe.
Oh, Zoe. Mom. She's really trying to push this name.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like every Zoe I know got a checkered past. And so red flag. So I will automatically. Candace will tell you when we was talking about naming the kids, I was like, bro, I know somebody with that name, and they a little sketchy.
They look
right. Like, bro, if you already, one person in the line,
right. Hey, nah, can't be Curtis. Nope.
Cut.
Nope.
Hey,
nope.
She was like, well, what if it's a girl and it's named such and such? I knew a girl, she was a hoe in college with that name. It's like,
oh, no.
Like, because then your mind go places. It's like, we talked about her in the group circles really badly. So she can't.
I work in education, so I've seen a bunch of wild names. I was just talking about this with Danielle the other day about what are some of the craziest names that I've seen come across my desk.
Oh, you and I had this conversation. Give me some.
It was the number 4 ST. And I was like, what is that? And it was 4est. Right? And then I've seen the inverse of that, which was 4 S's in a T.
I'm done.
4est.
I'm done. We're closing the show.
Or we saw a KA-A.
Closing the show.
Deja. And it was like, yeah, you're not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that. And I was like, long are the days. I've had some crazy names come across my desk. Those are probably some of the crazier ones that really stand out. But I mean, there's been some, it's my mom and my dad's name put together names. And it's been like, but I go by my middle name. I get it.
Nope.
I get it. Right?
I'm done.
Yeah. Those are the ones that's like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Candace, she gave you the forehead slap. She know it's true. I vetoed names based on past experience.
Hey,
I feel like you have to. Like
I do. I mean, if
the Lord
if you
put
have
that person in my past for a reason. He didn't want me to name my kid that. That's why that's why that person was there.
It's not on me to kind of change the direction of these names, right? Like that name has a legacy attached to it.
I don't want the pressure of then, you meet, my son or my daughter meets one of the homies and they be like, hey, this is such and such. And then they look at her and they look at me like, you remember that girl named so? And then now I look crazy because you named your daughter
here's
after
the other
such
problem.
and such.
Here's the other problem. If you know someone that has that name, right? The other problem that you run into is when you introduce your kid to people that know that person, they think you named them after
that person.
And they're like, why you name them after, and then you're like, I mean, it's similar, but it's not the same. Another thing that I think you run into with names, this is what the naming mechanics, like, I don't want to go on a rant. I'm not going to go on a rant, but
there you are.
Small diversion, right? The other thing with naming that frustrates you, and that's why you don't like share names and all this stuff. I feel like you don't share names, even if you're thinking about names, is because you could be thinking about a name and then meet somebody like the day before you have your kid. And that person's like, oh, I just named my kid that name. And now it looks like you are naming your kid the same thing. And it's like, no, I mean, we run in similar circles. Like literally when Cooper girls play basketball, there's like 7 Carters and 3 Coopers. And it's like Carter, every kid wakes up. Well, Carter Brown, Carter Williams, Carter. Then they're like, dang, a bunch of Carters out here. I guess all Carters play basketball, right? And it's like, dang, good. And then like one of the Cooper's good friends that he's played these sports with has a younger brother named Cooper, and it's like, whoa. So the names get kind of crazy. It gets kind of crazy. And I think mostly for us, we just want to see her first. We don't even know if the names that we have in our mind make sense until we look at it. We're like, yeah, okay.
But I will say,
Neva, yes. I don't know no Neva, yes.
Got him ready. Yeah. I told you.
Not for a date though.
Who?
Not for a date. Not for our second outing. What the girl in the beginning did with the cigar.
No. So this is gonna be when you bring baby to be named later home. Bow. Right. We got the cigars on deck.
We're gonna have to go out on a porch or something.
Yeah, right? we'll hit the porch. We'll hit the porch, and then we'll Mama, that's not gonna be the name. That's not it. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. No, you just got banned. And so,
hey, Uncle Jimmy. Uncle Jimmy's on. Uncle Jimmy's a good uncle, good family member. Hey, Uncle Jimmy.
We'll bring the bourbon. We'll bring the cigars. Say congratulations to my boy for having his second kid.
Glad to celebrate because I'm still getting used to the idea of having a girl.
Well, you only got a couple of weeks left, bro.
I know, right?
Only got a couple of weeks.
Gotta get ready. She's already got like a full wardrobe. And I was like, oh, there's things that are already different. Hair bands and shoes. She got a lot of shoes, man.
Shea butter.
This is just kind of crazy, man. This is kind of crazy, but we're looking forward to it. So.
Hey, the boy get Vaseline after he get out the bath. The girl gets shea butter.
Shit, they get the nice stuff.
They get the nice. It's scented beautifully. Coop, go put that Vaseline on.
Right.
That's how y'all do, my baby.
Right. Nah, man. What else we got? On
man, I think that's it, man. You want to jump on heroes and villains?
You ain't want to show your boy, your crazy dude on the highway?
All right, let's do it.
You want to say it? That's quick.
We can save it. We can save it to next week.
Let's save it to next week.
I'll save it next week.
Next week we got something crazy that went down.
Yeah. Next week we got another video for you. We'll pop it in next week, man. But let's just jump on here to heroes and villains, bro.
All right, man. Who's your hero? Who's your villain?
So I think my hero. Y'all know, I think I've done 3 straight weeks of science talk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this week I'll give you one more, and then I promise next week I will give you something non-science related as my hero. But late last week, this is the headline: Darpa researcher creates first genuine warp bubble by accident. And so up until last week, the whole concept of warp in light, faster than light travel or light speed travel, has been science fiction. And so this DARPA researcher apparently created this warp bubble it was kind of instantaneous, only lasted a few seconds, and it was super, super small. But the fact that he created it by accident is given proof that the theory around traveling at the speed of light is a fact. So that's super cool for science. It probably will not benefit my generation, but one could imagine, maybe by our grandkids generation, this is probably something that we'll be having a couple more. If we're still doing Drunk Mondays in our 80s, we'll be having a conversation around light speed travel. So that's probably my hero for the week.
That's kind of crazy.
I'll send you the story. I mean, the dude discovered it totally by accident. He said the only reason he found it was because another researcher who had been involved in the studies around light, faster than light travel or warp travel, from a theoretical sense, happened to see his research and see his findings and was like, yo, dude, check this out. And he didn't even realize it. So now my man is about to get billions of dollars in grants for something that he didn't even realize he found.
That's crazy.
So that's super dope. Super dope.
Who's your villain?
My villain outside of Mercedes.
Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably a good villain.
My villain should be her. It might be the state of Florida. I sent you the story late, like after we got off the show last week. The state of Florida hasn't passed the Senate or the House in the state of Florida, but it passed out of committee. And the bill essentially says that you can't say gay. And so essentially the House committee in Florida passed a bill which aims to ban the discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity, specifically in schools, but they also are barring educators from talking about LGBTQ related topics.
Man, I don't understand what Florida is doing.
Yeah.
It's like,
whether or not you agree with the issues or not, right? Like, I don't know everything about LGBTQ issues. I'll be the first to say that. I don't know enough about the issues, but what I do know is right and wrong is wrong. And sometimes having those conversations in school amongst your peers and even amongst teachers that may share that same gender identity helps kids feel connected. And when you think about the trauma that kids that are different, however they're different, when they're in those formative years, bro, just having somebody to talk to, whether it's a teacher that they respect or a counselor or a friend in those spaces, because a lot of times people don't feel like talking to their parents. It feels like the state of Florida just continues to fight battles that are irrelevant, that nobody cares about, and that nobody asked for. And it's sad and it's tragic. And our kids are the ones who are suffering from it.
That's wild.
I
can't believe like people would do something like that.
It's embarrassing. Like, and it's Florida. So what they're doing is they are creating these cultural war nexus points, right? So that they can talk about this but not deal with the issues of the day, so that they don't have to deal with the fact that lines to get a test in Florida for COVID are 4 hours and 5 hours long, right?
It's all like distraction.
It's all distraction tactics, and it's embarrassing and it's sad that this is something that, and I think you brought it up last week, wasn't it? The state of Florida that wants to ban people from having conversations around race, because it makes white people feel uncomfortable. Like, bro, come on. I don't want to dive down into this rabbit hole, but it's wild and it's trashed by the state of Florida. So that's all I got. That's my hero villain. What about you, bro?
My hero this week is Matthew Stafford.
Yo, real talk.
Got to give it to him, man. I loved Matthew Stafford when he played for UGA. I felt like he didn't get his just due by going to Detroit. He put his body on the line for these dudes all the time, right? I got to say, I'm really happy that Matthew Stafford and the Rams are going to the Super Bowl. I think he deserves it. This is awesome. I can't wait to see it. This is great. This is great. And I think it's powerful for UGA as well. I didn't realize Sony Michel is playing for the Rams too.
Yep.
And I was like, dang, they got a lot of folks.
What's crazy is Thomas Brown, the running backs coach, assistant offensive coordinator, another running back from Georgia.
Right.
So it's super dope.
So UGA is having a banner year, man. I gotta give it up to y'all, man. This is powerful. It's pretty impactful. I can't wait to see it play out. I think it's gonna be a good Super Bowl. It's probably one of the lower seeded Super Bowls that we've seen in a while. But I mean, let the sparks fly. I'm ready to see some high powered offenses go at it. So
it's gonna be all offense and no defense.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have a villain, but more villainy.
Hold on now. Before you go there, this is your last Monday to give a villain. Because all of February, you said you're not giving villains.
Oh, right. So I still got time. So my ultimate villain, sticking in the football theme, is Tom Brady. Do I have to explain?
Nope.
Yeah. F Tom Brady, man. I can't stand the fact that my quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, retired. And who had to one up him?
Tom Brady.
Every time, man. And now it's going to make for an awkward year of eligibility when they retire. And I'm just like, Tom Brady hates the Steelers that much. He hates them that much. I actually have a going theory, though, about what Tom Brady did for the Falcons, right? I don't know why, but it really does seem like Tom Brady going to Tampa Bay did more benefit for the Falcons than anything the Falcons were doing for themselves, right? Because theoretically what he did is he gets to Tampa Bay, gets Breeze to retire Sean Payton, leaves them with nobody, right?
Yep.
Cam Newton can't hang in Charlotte. They got nobody.
The only team left standing is the Falcons.
All you got to do is stay on. It's going to be rough for a few years. Julio going to leave. Calvin Ridley probably gone, right?
Yeah, Calvin's gone.
But, hey, Matty Ice, this your year. When Tom Brady goes,
win the division. You have no excuse not to win this division now.
You better go hard in the paint because it should be wide open now. But then he backtracks. He backtracks on the whole thing. It's like, I'm the only one that decides when I'm ready to go.
I think Tom Brady just wants to control the narrative. That's just his whole MO. He just wants to control the narrative.
I doubt highly that Adam Schefter and the other guy that corroborated the story did not get some type of approval to release that information. It
came from somebody.
Sources. It came from two independent sources.
Yep.
That was the narrative at the time.
Yep.
They wouldn't have released that information like that.
No, he's retired.
He's gone, man. Good day. Good day, sir.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm all for that. So that's my last villain, I guess. Because now it's February. Tomorrow starts February. We got to keep the positive vibes going.
Got to keep the positive vibes going, baby. Hey, man. What's up?
No, go
I was gonna say, hey, I was gonna say great episode and
great episode.
And shout out to Danielle, getting inching ever closer to the day baby is coming. So y'all don't forget to fill out your poll or your pool. Don't forget to drop your pool vote in there for when baby basketball hoop is gonna get here.
Yeah. Go on and hit that poll up. put your baits in, and Jeff will update us all when it comes time. So, all right. Well, great episode, man.
Hey, I'm Jeff.
I'm Kerry. Peace out.
Drunk Mondays, baby.